So we're going to talk about appearance standards and different companies, their requirements for appearance when you're working. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. I just went here, look, okay. Hey guys, I'm using my real camera for once. It's a miracle. I am in Springfield, Missouri, which is not where I thought I was going to be. And you may ask, where did you think you were going to be? Well, I thought I was going to be in, ooh, that got me really bright, huh? Let's see if we can fix that a little bit. Oop, too dark. How about there? So I actually thought I was going to be in Branson, Missouri, which I am pretty sure has fun things to do. But no, I'm in Springfield. And we got in last night around, I guess we got to the hotel around 10:30. And Captain wanted to take us out for a drink because, you know, Merry Christmas, we're on a trip. And so we all got ready and we go down and we ask the front desk, like, is there anywhere to get a drink? And she's like, oh yeah, there's this place right next door. They're open till 1. So we're like, okay, cool. So we go out and here's out my window. So this is attached right here. This is attached to the hotel and it's a restaurant. Okay. So we walked out there. This is not where we were told to go. We were told to go to Fire and Ice. So if you look up here, let's see if I can point. See this sign right here? This is a resort convention center thing. And back in the back here is where that Fire and Ice place is. So we go thinking this right here is right next door, but really it is back there. And it was so cold, we were freezing. And actually you can see the Fire and Ice sign like right there, maybe. I don't know if you can, but anyway, so we were so cold. And then we're like, screw it, this is stupid. Like, and then we go out and we're looking on Facebook, or not Facebook, but so we're looking on the internet, Yelp and whatnot, to find somewhere to go, and everything is closed, or closing or closed. And so I was freezing and I was actually not super excited to be out and about, but I was like, wanted to, you know, hang and be cool. And so we walked back to our hotel and we sat in the lobby and tried to find somewhere, and then the lady's like, well, the hotel shuttle can take you to Applebee's. They're open for another hour. So we went to Applebee's, took the hotel shuttle, went to Applebee's and got some food and drinks, which was fun. I'm glad I went. It was enjoyable. And then we walked back, which was freaking cold, okay? It's not warm here in Springfield, Missouri. And I did not pack accordingly. I was thinking it was going to be like 50 degrees, but I think it was more like 30, low 30s. So anyway, I was not prepared for that. But this morning I slept in. I didn't even realize I was doing it, but I did. And now it's like 11-ish, and I'm going to go find me some coffee and some breakfast. And yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do because everything is either closed or I don't want to spend a bunch of money. I was thinking about going to the aquarium, but it's $50 to get in. There is a winery, but they're not answering the phone. I was thinking I might go wine tasting. It's not too far from here. I just don't know. I don't know what to do because I have a whole day here. You guys have the weirdest trip. I'm spending the whole day here and we don't leave until tomorrow morning. And then I get back, and it's off to Hawaii, y'all. Hawaii. Have you guys seen those videos? I think it's called AMSR, where they whisper everything, because there's people that get really excited about it, apparently. super annoying and it's very stressful on my voice. So anyway, I'm gonna finish getting ready and I'll take you with me to breakfast. It'll be great. Alright guys, so here's beautiful Springfield. I don't know if there's more to it. There must be like a downtown area. This is just the place where all the hotels are, I guess. Yeah, so here's the fire and ice. Well, you think it is, but then you have to walk all the way back to the back. And then they're not actually open, so. And the funniest thing about that whole thing was that they aren't even open until 1 o'clock. They're open till 9 most days. And yesterday they had holiday hours, which they were closed at 2 p.m. So the front desk lady was all off. But apparently she doesn't live in this area. So whatever. Anyway, moving on with my life. I'm gonna go to a place up here called Ziggy's Cafe. I'm gonna get me some coffee and breakfast. And I called the winery and they're open. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go, maybe go out and go wine tasting. I mean, why not? What else do I have to do all day? I'm not gonna sit in my room. I refuse. I think I'm gonna go to Walmart too. You know, because it's super fun. Alright. Okay guys, so I had breakfast. It was, you know, it was a good breakfast. It was decent. Waffle, eggs, bacon, normal.
Trying to figure out how cigarettes became bags.
Nothing super crazy. And then I decided, okay, I'm gonna go to the winery. I'm gonna go to Walmart and I'm gonna buy myself a sweater or a jacket or something because I was freezing to death. And then I was gonna go to the winery. And so I was getting ready to call my Uber to go to this little local winery because it looked cute and it had good reviews. And then I realized, oh yeah, I have to pay for the Uber on the way back too. So I ended up buying a sweater and some Tylenol at Walmart and changing my mind, and I'm going back to the hotel. Because here's the thing, people, I haven't really been working that much. I have a surgery that I just had that I have to pay for, and we're going to Hawaii for 4 days. So the reality is, yeah, I mean, it would only be about $25 or $30 to do the whole thing, but that's 30 bucks I could spend on doing something with my family in Hawaii. So, I don't know. I mean, it's lame that I'm here this long and not venturing out, but we'll just chalk it up to a learning experience for next time whenever I get to come back, right? Right. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my room. I am going to deviate a little bit from essentially flight attendant information and a family video or trip and talk about something that I found really interesting. This conversation came up on a page, on a Facebook page that my company has. And by the way, I just want to do the whole disclaimer thing. These are just my thoughts, and I want to get your thoughts on this whole thing. This is not my company's policy, or the views I express are my views, not theirs. And I'm going to try to remain super neutral on this though, because I find it interesting. And there were a lot of people who really weighed in on it, which I also thought was interesting. So apparently a lot of people have feelings about it. So here's the thing. So we're going to talk about appearance standards and different companies, their requirements for appearance when you're working. And the main thing that came up with this conversation was about makeup, to be specific. And I think it's a good conversation to have, and it kind of broadens into something else that, you know, needs to be discussed. And you know, do these things really matter? I don't know. I don't run a company. I think if I did, I would probably have to have some sort of standards. So the standard for where I work currently, and I've worked other places which have had other standards, and we'll talk about that too, as far as makeup goes, is women are supposed to wear mascara and then some sort of tinted lip. So it could just be a tinted lip gloss or whatever, chapstick. It doesn't have to be, you know, full-on red pow lip or anything. So that's the appearance standards. It is in the manual. It is stated that way. And I'm not 100% sure. I would have to double check on this, and I will, that it says men are not to wear makeup, I think. But I'm going to double check on that. So anyway, so the conversation was started basically that somebody posted, why would you agree to work somewhere where this is a standard and you can't stand wearing makeup and absolutely refuse to do it? Which I find also interesting, because I wonder, it makes me wonder, first of all, if they, I mean, obviously they must have seen or worked with someone who didn't wear any makeup. And secondly, did they interview with makeup on? And after that, I'm thinking, did you go through training with no makeup on? Because while nobody in training, only one of the instructors ever said anything about makeup in training, the training class that I was in. And she just made a comment about how nice someone looked one day. She said, "You look great. Your makeup looks beautiful," or something like that. She's like, and she made a comment stating that that was the standard. And, but that's really all I ever heard about it. So here's my thing. There are appearance standards pretty much everywhere I've ever worked. You're supposed to be clean and presentable, bottom line. And this also came up with hygiene, but I'm going to try not to be all over the place, but I'm just curious, like, do these things actually matter? And do you need to have it written down? And what is the double standard? Is it a double standard to say men can't wear makeup? Because, I mean, dude, a lot of men like wearing a little bit of eyeliner or mascara or something. I don't know, like, why not? Like, why can't they? What makes a difference? I mean, is that offensive? Because the place I worked previous to this, or one of the places I worked previous to this current job, they had a tattoo policy, which many companies have tattoo policies. You're not supposed to show your tattoos, which there were a lot of comments. I asked a lot of questions on, or I asked some questions on my Facebook page about just kind of getting input about people, where they were, their appearance standards. And medical field tattoo standards, where I worked before was a resort, and they had you had a policy of covering your tattoos, which in a sense I can kind of get. Like, I mean, it's annoying, because for me, I'm not getting anything, my tattoos say my kids' names, but I don't know, like, if you have some sort of like really strong feeling against tattoos, you might be offended by that. And then let's not get into the whole, oh, everybody's offended about everything now. But the thing is, like, I want to know what you guys think. Does it matter? Does it matter? And especially as regard to makeup, because I enjoy wearing makeup. I always have enjoyed wearing makeup. I mean, I don't wear it all the time, but I mean, when I was started wearing it, and maybe I like wearing makeup because I wasn't allowed to until I was older, but I enjoy doing it. It's fun for me. It's like putting on a costume, but there's no costume party. I just get to wear it. And so not everyone feels that way. Not everyone wants to put on makeup Or are they lazy? Like, I mean, how hard is it to slap on some chapstick and throw a little mascara on your eyeballs? If you have allergies, they have stuff for that. Okay, I'm editorializing and making it like I care if you wear makeup or not, which I really don't. But because it's a standard, how do you uphold that? How do you, like, are you gonna come and check their eyeballs and their lips every time they work? Like, I don't know, I'm just curious, like, does it matter? Like, does it matter to you? Should it matter to companies? If you have your eyes done, or you have your chapstick on, or you have your tattoos covered, or whatever it is that they're, you know, in the case of one of my friends, she said she thinks they have a policy of no pajamas, but she's not sure. So basically, I don't know. I just, like, I want to know if, and what should a repercussion be? Like, is that a serious offense? I mean, I know people have gotten fired for stealing, but would you get fired because you don't wear your, I mean, are there levels of standards? I mean, obviously stealing stuff is not the same as an appearance standard. I realize that, but I'm just curious, like, what makes the difference? Like, where do you draw the line? And okay, here's another one. Another one of my friends commented that they have to wear closed-toed shoes to work, but it's not enforced for women. Why not? Like, why, like, are women, do they just not want to see men's toes? Or is it a safety thing? Because as far as I've always heard, closed-toed shoes is like an OSHA thing, like it's a safety thing. So why are women's toes okay to be exposed but not men's? Doesn't make sense to me. So why do women have to wear makeup and men don't? Or, you know, like, why can't they if they wanted to? I just don't know. I just think it's crazy. And I get when you're making guidelines and when you're making rules, like, you have to find a place, you know, you have to find a stopping place somewhere. But I just feel like maybe it's just a question that companies need to ask, like, what's the reasoning behind this? Like, why do we want women to have mascara and lip gloss on? Is that an archaic thing? Like, I don't know if you guys remember that, there was an article or an ad that was being passed around about, or kind of going around on social media, about getting a job as a flight attendant, like back in the 50s or 60s, you know, when people were first flying more and they were hiring flight attendants, and the qualifications and the requirements then, you know, you had to have straight white teeth, you couldn't be married, you had to be under 35, you know, I mean, I think one of them was your knees had to touch or something, like, or your knees couldn't touch. I forget, you had to have, yeah, you know, those, like, thigh gap of the 50s. But, I mean, having to wear mascara and lipstick archaic? Or is it just, I don't know, like, what is the reasoning behind appearance standards? And then there's the whole hygiene thing, which came up too, like, just basic taking care of yourself and not being a stinky Pete to others, like taking a shower and brushing your teeth. And I did like, somebody said, the way they handled it, there was they had to talk to somebody about their personal hygiene, and they said, hey, what kind of deodorant are you using? Because I think you might want to switch brands. So I just thought that was such a, like, cool way of being like, you know, I don't want to embarrass you, but you stink, and could you fix it? So, I don't know, like, it's tricky. So those are my questions. I don't know, what do you think? Post in the comments. Tell me what you think. How do you feel about appearance standards in the workplace, and what is necessary and what isn't necessary, and double standards, male versus female. Somebody mentioned something about the color of scrubs they have to wear at the hospital. So apparently women have to wear one color and men have to wear another color. And I just think that's interesting. Like, why would it matter? Like, are you... My refrigerator is possessed. It makes weird noises. Why would it matter what color scrubs you wear? Is it going to affect the care you give? And I guess that's a thing. That's a question I have is, you know, if I show up to work and I'm just like, okay, I cannot put on mascara or lip gloss today. I just cannot. And is that going to affect the standard of service that I give to my passengers? If somebody has an emergency, am I still going to be able to help them? I don't know. Like, I guess I'm just trying to figure out what's important. And I think I don't understand when people get indignant about it, you know? Like, I just don't care. I mean, not that I don't care how people look. Like, if somebody came in looking like they just, you know, rolled out from a 3-day bender, obviously I'd be like, whoa, hey, are you gonna be okay? But I just, like, really? I mean, do I need to worry about what you're wearing as far as mascara and lipstick? I don't think I do. I pretty much just like to make sure I'm doing the right thing. I mean, if someone needs help, like, obviously I'm going to help them, but I don't feel like this is an issue that we need to hash, you know, bam, 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 why are you wearing your lip gloss? And that's what I'm saying, like, is it that important to have as an appearance standard? And if so, then enforce it. If it's not, then let it go. What was it? Is it just for looks? Are we just saying like, oh, we want our employees to look cute, but we don't really actually honestly care? I don't know. Like, tell me what you think. Post in the comments. Tell me what your thoughts are. Appearance standards, are they important? I want to know, are appearance standards important? If so, which ones? Which ones are important? And like, if they are, should we be enforcing them? Because I think if they are, then yes. But if they're just arbitrary, archaic rules, I mean, if you're wearing like tattoos that say kill people, obviously I'm gonna say cover that up. So is that why you have to have a blanket rule? You have to cover all tattoos because of the possibility of one person having a tattoo that says kill people? I mean, obviously, I don't think you're going to be working in the medical field if you have that tattoo. I don't know. I'm just trying to think this out, and I'm just wondering what you guys think, because I just thought it was interesting because people got really heated about it, and I just thought it was quite interesting. It was a very bizarre whole train of events. Comments were on fire. So anyway, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and subscribe if you haven't. I'm going to do a couple more videos like this because I just have some thoughts. Little editorial thoughts. Alright, so we'll see you next time. Peace. Sorry it's kind of dark, but it is what it is. I ended up not doing anything today, really. I was going to go to the wine tasting, but I didn't want to pay for the Uber. And I wasn't actually feeling that great, so I came back and watched some TV. Have you guys watched that show? Have you watched Netflix? No, that's not what I want to say. Have you watched a show called Romanoffs? It's on Amazon Prime, and it's super weird, but it's addicting. So I've been watching that, and now I'm getting ready to go out to dinner with my crew. Happy Christmas Eve. We have one more night here, and then I just fly back tomorrow, and then the attempt to get to Hawaii begins. I'm super nervous, but I hope it all works out. My family is trying to fly from LA, and I'm gonna probably go to San Francisco and go from there. I booked in our Airbnb, so if we don't get there, we're out $1,400 bucks. Alright, that's it. Bye.